Data Product Lifecycle 101. Today, let us have a practical view on data management, and for maximal comprehensiveness, let me illustrate on life cycle of kitchen blender. The whole process could look like follows. 1. Components manufacturing. 2. Components transport. 3. Warehousing. 4. Assembly. 5. Product distribution. 6. Product usage. As a first step, let us visit a sophisticated manufacturing factory plant producing different products, having multiple workplaces participating in manufacturing processing steps. To manufacture a blender, it takes to produce multiple components, e.g. you need to produce a blending knife, motor, a switch, electric plug, chassis cover, blender container, and a cover, while following functional, operational, security, and quality features of the product. Once respective blender components are manufactured, those need to be registered and safely stored to be efficiently available for upcoming assembly. Even technical documentation needs to be prepared for assembly. If transposed the story to data world, equivalent of the blender would be a data product. Let us say a cost/benefit analysis elaborated in an Excel spreadsheet. In such case, respective components would be input data in place of its origination. For example, one of components would be personal costs in HR system covering monthly salaries, or last month profit introduced by certain product from proper analytic in general ledger system. Also, security of such data needs to be assured by their owners as part of data origination process, so the data are prevented from being stolen, manipulated, or misused, while managing access to the application and its data. Data origination needs to be lawful and legal, for example in compliance with GDPR, intellectual property, business secrecy, or contractual commitments. Also, data quality needs to be actively assured by preventive or consequent corrective measures. Second step would be the components transport. Not to overcomplicate the story, let us assume that packing is part of transportation service. So blender components are exposed by manufacturer with well-descriptive list of components to be packed. The transportation company comes in, packs components safely into boxes which are well suited for their transportation method, while stacking those to the truck, locks it in, and drives the cargo to proper destination. In data world, origination systems do expose their output tables, and technical service does ingest required data for one or more data products. Data quality and security needs to be assured even during transport, so data quality checks, encryption, and other means are in place, so the cargo is not compromised nor hijacked on the way. Third step is warehousing. There is lowest layer of classical data warehouse called landing or L0. This is the place where data components arrive and are being unloaded and checked even before those may interfere with data warehouse production data. Data stays in structure and format as those arrived in. Once data are proved to be okay, those are mapped to higher layer of data warehouse called like core, target, or L1, a layer having data integrated across systems following enterprise data model. Even some data transformations may take its place to well fit to the warehouse model. L1 layer is designed for maximum performance and storage optimization, ideally having each component, i.e. data attribute, on one place, shelf only. This is the place where all integrated data wait for different purposes and usage. In our case, subset of those will be used to build a blender. Any component needs to be well documented, its meaning or function, its location in L1 layer, any transformations which deviate those from original manufacturing. Fourth step would be assembly. Now you have your list of components you need to use, you know where you find those, quality and security is managed and assured. You may request those to be delivered to you from depths of the warehouse. It can be done still inside of the warehouse, e.g. to highest layer called L2, a data mart with certain if the data is to be used in long term, or it could be some kind of temporary sandbox if you do some experiments. Data may be also shipped outside of the warehouse, could be an exported file, could be integration with certain application. This is how you may reach our desired components and Blender assembly may start. In case of Blender, you follow your instructions connecting the motor, screwing the chassis, attaching knives and container, do some test if it works and you may be done. In reality, there still are few steps to be undertaken before end customer may enjoy services of the Blender. It needs to be packed into some attractive box. It needs to be provided with user manual, contacts to support team and distributed. In case of our cost-benefit analysis, you need to fill respective cells of your Excel template with proper figures and labels. Even some colors charts do enhance end-user comfort and efficiency. In fifth step, let us have a look at distribution. In case of Blender, it could be from eShop, through a mall with vast variety of products, or just a simple village store. Analogically, our data product may be distributed through presentation layer of data warehouse itself, as we already suggested by Data Mart or a sandbox or via Excel itself. The product to be purchased need to be well propagated to avoid situations when end customers, despite their need to use it, will not benefit from efforts already spent on Blender manufacturing and still waste their time with manual work. So even in Data World, you may write some intranet article, you may create a dashboard with new reports, you may leverage on your data catalog registering new report as a new subsystem leveraging all complementary metadata there, allowing all data customers to find what they need. And are entering the finale. Sixth step is product usage. End user unpacks purchased Blender, read the manual and starts benefit from the Blender. The user manual shall provide guidance on purpose of the Blender and it limits, e.g. despite it does have a motor and blades, it is not designed to cut your lawn. Even functional explanation of respective components do help user to safely and efficiently use the product. If you find my videos informative, do consider to subscribe this channel not to miss new insights and to encourage me to invest my time and experience in such content preparation. May the Forge be with you.